Let's put me at the stage. Okay, I am back. Hello, confronting hard days, and today is already proven to be a hard day. Let's see, are we live? Hello. Hey Nick, how are you? We back, Tomas. Hello, how are you? Made it. Thank you for your patience. Can you hear me okay and everything? I feel like I'm in like a cone. Hey, sweetheart, how are you? Maybe it's because the music is gone. That's why I feel like it's so quiet. But that's okay. How are you guys doing? Well, I'm not hearing my music. It's okay. Let's see. Can you guys hear me? There we go. Can you hear me? Now I can hear me. Ah, no power, so hot and bored. Oh, Tomas. I'm sorry, honey. What have you been doing? What have you been doing? Nick, it's so good to see you, honey. I so want to use some of your music for like my entry, and I just do not know how to do it. I am so not tech savvy. I need somebody that knows how to edit. I need a friend that knows how to edit and help me make a little intro. A little intro. I love your music, Nick, and you there's so much of your soul in it. I love that. Hi again, Tomas. Yeah, it's been a while. It's good to see you guys. I hope everybody's doing good. Let's see. He's been me fixing crap around the house, playing mechanics and carpenter. Isn't that fun to play? It's not so fun to play when it's so hot, is it? It's not. Let's see. How's everybody doing? I kind of wanted to talk a little bit today about my health. Um, because it's something that I haven't talked about in a while, and this has been a tough year for me. Um, and it started. Uh, geez, I don't. It started maybe in March or April, um, where I just didn't feel right. And I hope that if anybody feels this way or has felt this way, please feel to share. Um, if you have any suggestions or input, please feel free to share. You guys know. But it started earlier in the year for me, and I really wasn't feeling right. I just really felt off balance in myself. I just felt like I wasn't coping well with things. I was having a hard time uh, just figuring things out more so than usual. Everybody knows I have multiple sclerosis. That plays a part in my thinking sometimes. But it wasn't that. It was almost more like I felt extra sadness. I couldn't think straight. I had a real short fuse. Um, so I originally thought that it was maybe a mental health thing, that I needed some extra help with my mental health. Um, we were coming into the second year of my dad's passing. My dad passed in May of 2022, and that's been a difficult thing. That's been a trauma for you guys that have lost parents, and I know that some of you have. You know what I'm talking about. And um, if you can relate, I would appreciate it if you would just put a one in the chat. Um, because we're not alone in that. And losing a parent is a trauma. So, anyway, I was really thinking at the beginning of the year, geez, I'm having a hard time. I'm not working through my feelings. Maybe. I kind of thought I had worked through my feelings, but now I'm kind of questioning things, feeling really off balance. And it's just days and days. So I talked to my psychiatrist. I'm going to tell you guys my whole story. Talked to my psychiatrist, and she put me on some new medication. And hey Joe, how are you? It's good to see you, honey. I'm talking about my life this year, and what a little bit of a shit show it has been. But what has got us to here? It's so good to see you. So, I got put on some medication. A psychiatrist gave me some medication to try to help balance out what might have been going on in my brain. Well, being on this medication just really exacerbated everything. I had no patience. I couldn't hold my tongue back. I really was thinking less clearly. And I guess you're telling us the answer to that right now. I'm glad you're good, honey. I've been catching you here and there. You're so beautiful. You are beautiful, but and your music is just beautiful, and I love to watch you play it. I just love people that are just have so much feeling, and you show a lot of vibrato and when you play. Um, but so anyway, okay, so I got on this medicine, made everything completely worse. I got off the medicine. Still not really feeling right in the head. I can't quite figure it out. Um, and in that process, unfortunately, I lost a group of friends that I hold very dear because of my mouth at that time and my inability to hold back my emotions. I really acted like an asshole. And I tried to apologize and I tried to explain that. But you can't take words back. And I know that. You can't take actions back. And I know that. So sometimes when you act like an asshole, you have to suffer the consequences. Now, it made me very sad that these were people that I had tried to help and be supportive. And really, I've tried to be supportive for many years. And it really hurt me that none of these people could give me the grace to try to help me work through things. So, in the midst of my what the fuck is going on, and friendships, relationships, if you're part of that SPTV community, or if you've been seeing all the breakups. So, it was really in the midst of that, I lost some friends and a couple friends that I hold very dear, and that I really truthfully is sad about losing. I might tear up. Sorry. Um, but so then after that, I wasn't right. And many of you guys know I started I was starting to have like exacerbations. I have lupus of the skin. And so what ends up happening, if you guys can see, I end up getting like just any injury I've ever had over my entire lifetime will here's my this arm is a mess, right? Any injury I've ever had over my lifetime, when I get in a flare, these will activate and they'll become like holes and pits, and they are it's a neurodermatitis, so there are nerves connected to all of these little things. So as I'm starting to kind of exacerbate with MS and lupus, and I'm just struggling, I'm just not right in the head, my body is not right. Some of you guys know I fell off of my deck and I broke my foot. I broke my fifth metatarsal, like my pinky toe, but way up here by my foot. And I ended up having to have a screw in it. And that was July 6th. And it is still not healed, and it's October 27th. So that has been a long process just for the foot. Now, with chronic illnesses, anything else that goes on can set off your chronic illness and set things more into a flare. So with the broken foot, then it just more exacerbated what was going on. It more exacerbated my MS, and I didn't know if I was coming or going. I don't have my friends that I usually talk to. I have my best friend that is always available for me, Doreen, and she is always available. She's been available to you guys as well. She's just a wonderful person. And thanks, Joe. I really appreciate that. And I just really feel like I just need to get this off of my chest. Because people are asking me, how are you doing? How are you doing? And it's like I just give little bits and pieces. I don't get to say the whole thing. So as we're going along, we keep and I cannot generally when you have multiple sclerosis, it generally affects one side of your body or the other. Where one side is a little bit weaker, it's a little more delayed, it's not as strong. And for me, that's my right side, and my right side is my dominant side. I'm right footed, I'm right handed, I'm right everything. My left side really is a slacker, and it always has been, right? But through this time, and for probably a while, some of you that are close to me, I've been complaining like my armpit hurts or my arm hurts or I I can't move anything. And as time was going through, and I've been on steroids for like shit ton of times. I've been in and out of the hospital through this time. And I was losing my right arm, the ability to move it. It would go dead. My fingers would go numb and dead. Um, and so I was getting really very concerned and I had a lot of pain. And I was getting very concerned because, and it's very scary. And I don't know, Tomas, if you're still here from another MSer perspective, when you already have something that is weak, and probably for everybody, when you already have something that's weak and it's already getting, and then it starts to get weaker, or there's more problems, it just becomes really scary. It just becomes really scary because, I start to think, well, and I'm very fortunate. I have a lot of friends that don't have the ability to use their hand the way they want to. But I also know that they had the fear and they hate it, and there's different struggles that go along with it. So, me knowing that scares me, right? So as we continue to try to figure out what's going on with my arm, what's going on with my whole body, we first found a tumor in my spine. And it's in my spine and it's attached to the bone. It's attached to the bone. So there's nothing, we're not going to do anything with that tumor that's on the bone. And that tumor has created bulging in my neck, which has now cut off the circulation that goes all down my right arm, down my hand, to this whole section of my body. It's the circulation is getting more and more cut off. And because of all of my illnesses, having surgery is so risky because, like I said, I broke my foot July 6th, October 27th, it's still not healed. So, and also with the tumor and with the blood flows being cut off, that is a lot of what has caused my head to not feel right. And there at the beginning, when those things were happening, I I didn't know how to react or behave. Not that I didn't know how to. I just was trying to figure out how to carry it with me. You know, it's something that we're always doing, and I know Tomas knows that. I know you guys all know that, actually. I know Joe knows that. I know Maya knows that. You know, when things are heavy, you just carry it with you. And, but I also am a grandmother of a 2-year-old, right? And I want to enjoy her as much as I can. And these things make that very difficult. So I just wanted to lay that out on the table right now. Um, we're just going to try to do some injections to like numb the shit out of everything so that I don't feel any of that pain and maybe can work with it. So we will learn, right? I know nothing, right? I know. I know you do. I know. You know, it's not I'm not the only person. It's just been a really long year and when you sometimes these illnesses take months to figure out, to live with, to carry through. Uh, and it's a struggle every day. So I found some new medication that helps my body. I don't need medication for my brain. Um, there were problems with my brain because we're getting cut. We have flow being cut off, and that's a big deal. And so Maya has invited me to come paint with her, which I would love to do. The thing of it is I never know how I'm going to be when. And I hate to tell people I'm going to do something and then let them down. I don't want to do that. So, um, anyway, that's just where I am. That's how my year has been going. It's just been a little bit of a tough one. And I just wanted to share that and get it out of myself because I feel hurt by my friends that just walked away from me. I know that they may have felt like I turned my back on them, and for that, I apologize and have apologized. Um, but I am going to have to just move forward with that. I love you, Tiff. You have to set your left arm straight and learn to point. I know it is so bad. Does anybody else have like bad left hand? You know, some people can like write their names with their left hand and draw. And I'm really gonna have to get it together. I'm really gonna have to get it together. Let's see. You can fix a few chairs, some chilling and gluing. That's it, right? Glue some chairs together. Oh, can I join in with the painting? Yes, Joe. Oh my gosh, Joe, you have got to see. Yeah, Maya's streams. Maya, let's do a bad painting stream. I mean, it can be whatever, but like that would be fun to do. Like, let's do a bad paint, a poorly painting. I like that idea actually. And Joe, I hope jump in because that is one of my new favorite parts of that community is the artist. I say it every time I have a live, and I've been yeah, left hand painting stream. Oh, that would be a blast. What a mess. What a mess. That would be so much fun. Oh, that would be so much fun. They're real crooked but functional, right? Well, Tomas, hey, if it works, it works. Yeah, Joe, check out Maya's channel. And she she does art streams all the time. And they're wonderful. Let's see if I have. Is that you? I'm gonna have to see. I'm gonna have to update my little stuff here. I'm trying to see what I have. Yeah, I have. Oh, I have some old people in here. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. Look, I got Joe. That's Tomas old. Old Tomas. Old Tomas. You know what? That would be a blast. And you know what? We could probably get Selma. I wonder if she would like to do that. So, Selma with the weird last name. I talked to her yesterday for a little while. I adore her. Yes, I think that would be a blast, Maya. And I could do that. I could do that. And I have been painting quite a bit, to be honest with you. I sit here, I got this I love this little watercolor thing I got. It's just like a small little watercolors. And I just sit here and I can just do whatever I want. And so I just sit and I got a little pad. Look, Maya, I've been doing the little pebble thing. Oh, this is so boring for some of you, but I did the pebble thing and I'm going to, this is so funny that I'm showing you, but I did these little, you know how Janelle does the pebbles. So I did some pebbles and I'm going to make a little thing for my daughter's entryway uh, where I did two. Where is the? Yeah, I did. I'm gonna do. I don't have any loose ones, but I'm just talking. Oh, oh, oh! Look at that. Okay, so I'll show you my thoughts, and I have made I've made quite a bit. Stuff's falling out, but I got this little watercolor book, and I'm gonna have to get another one because I just really just played around with different things that I had, but I did do the pebbles, right? I did a lot of pebbles. And then I did the initial of their last name. Is that backwards? But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to Mod Podge it onto a piece above, right? In a frame. I'm going to put this above the Mod Podge it, and then we'll cut that. Then their initial, and then we'll put another piece at the bottom. And so we'll have it like in a nice little matted. And Um, One book. Yeah, I know. Well, I just, you know what the thing of it is I'm like, let me get this little book and this little paint set, and it's been like I've just gone right through it. You're right. It's not enough. It's not enough. Yeah, I thought that would be a cute idea. And I really you know what? I just started painting one day. I just did a bunch of because I told you I haven't painted in a very long time. And so I just started playing with some pens, seeing here's a little snowman I made. Just kind of playing with the pens and getting some colors. And so now I'll use these as backgrounds or something. But really, when I got the book, I just started kind of playing around. And then I started with the pebbles and I like just couldn't stop. And then I even made like I'm working on an eyeball, maybe. Anyway, I'm just talking. Here's a little lifeboat picture. Thank you, Maya. I really have just been sitting here. Here's my little pride pebbles. I just have really been a lot in my head lately and just trying to figure out navigating this next part of my life and how it's going to go. I've lost a bit of my right side, and I'm not sure about this back and this tumor and these nerves, but if I can keep living the way that I feel right now, as long as I can kind of keep the pain down and do my life, then I'm okay doing that. I'm okay doing that. We just have to make sacrifices sometimes. The pebbles are so addictive because it's just so nice and mindless and relaxing. I really love it. Like I'll listen to, I'll put my headphones on and listen to shows. You know me, I come in and I'm like, "Hi, how are you?" And I try to say hi to everybody. And sometimes I try to stay engaged. But then there's sometimes I'm off doing my own thing. I'm listening, but I'm over here doing whatever it is I'm doing. And usually it's painting and stuff like that. And so that's been nice. That's been nice. But anyway, you guys, this is really a video for me to just kind of touch base, maybe with myself, and see how every day. Yep, every day. Yeah, and my drawing. I did some drawings. Well, I have my sketchbook that was I've just been using everything. I've been using acrylic. I've been using watercolor. I've been using pencil. I've just been trying to get a little bit more comfortable and more acclimated and try to remember some of the things that I was taught. That's really difficult. But it's also been fun. Hey, Brian, how are you doing, honey? It's nice to see you. We're just talking about doing the paintings and it's been so nice. I want to do a left-handed painting. I think that would a left-handed painting day. I think that would be a blast. It would be so much fun. And I'm down whenever. Just let me know. What's going on, Poet Brian? Poet Brian? What's going on, dude? It's a day. It's been a few days, to be honest with you. That's what we were talking about. It's hard to get through hard days and trying to find, yeah, life. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I feel you there. You're always welcome to talk about anything. And not only that, you guys know everybody is welcome to reach out to me one on one, which we do. Um, yes, I think that would be so much fun. And I think I can figure it out. I have a thing on my light that holds a phone. And then I also have another little thing that holds a phone. And I think it'll hold it over. I tried it the one time. I'll have to try it a little better, but I think I have the stuff to get it going. And you know something else I was thinking about, and I know there's all kinds of places in the community. I don't know what will happen, but we did the 24-hour Thanksgiving stream last year, and I didn't know if anybody was interested in doing it again this year. And we could start promoting it if anybody wanted to do it, come on panel like we did last year, just kind of over the 24 hours. People can pop on panel. I don't know if somebody else will want to do it. I know there's a billion channels that are bigger than me and that have a big following, but I did enjoy doing that. And I loved having different people popping on. Um, we could do part of the time an art stream. I don't know if anybody is interested. I can ask around. We do not have some of the people that we've had previously that have participated, but we have a lot of wonderful people and cool people that could participate. So maybe I'll ask around. I don't know. What do you think? I know overseas we had a lot of like the UK people hanging out with us and stuff like that. So I'll have to ask around, see what Mischief is up to, and some of our other friends and some of our current friends in the community. Um, we're pretty mellow over here. We're way mellow over here. Although I do say how I feel about things. Biggest issue I have at the moment is finding reliable transportation. On a fixed income, got bad credit, etc. Was hoping to be going back to school soon, but that's been put on hold. Oh no, Brian. I feel you there. I really do feel you there. Because I haven't driven because of um my eyesight, my whatever, since 2018. And so since then, it has been really difficult to get places, and relying on other people is so frustrating. Not that I appreciate it so much when people want to help me out, but doing things like this, that's just something solely for you. It's not like a needed doctor appointment, it's not like a necessity in other people's eyes. So it's difficult to get a ride. I wonder now, I know like I live in the boons, so like no Uber will come out here and pick me up. Now, if I'm in the city and I pick up an Uber, they'll bring me home, but nobody's going to come pick me up. I don't know if that's the same case for you. Um, I don't know if you have it in your area, Brian. Uh, yeah, that's kind of what I thought. You live in the middle of nowhere too, so it's tough. Um, there are the um there are different organizations that do give away cars. And I cannot think this very second. I cannot think of the name, but there used to be a restaurant I went to all the time, and next to it, it was a little lot where they kept all the cars that people donated. Um, I'm really sorry, Brian, and I can really relate to that. And not only that, then when you get a car, here's my truth. I'll tell you guys my truth is that at this point in my life, now my husband, he buys our cars, right? He'll finance them and he'll whatever. We have two at the moment. We have a Mini Cooper and a RAV4. Okay? That's what he does. If it were just me and I were on my own, I would never finance a car ever again. I would buy a something I could pay cash for, and I'm going to drive it until it's dead. You know what, Brian, too? Another thing. But I have a hard time asking for help. Well, sweetheart, you know what, Brian? And you know there's a lot of turmoil in the community. I mean, if you're there, you know it. And I don't think that was a bad idea. Keela has an excellent heart. She truthfully does. And I don't think that it's a bad idea. And I know that everybody has a hard time asking for help, especially like financial help, right? But in all honesty, what's it going to hurt? So many people in the community ask for money for different things. And you are like part of the base of the community, Brian. You know, wherever you go, people really do adore you. And I don't think that it would be a bad idea just to see what would happen. And maybe it would just help you get towards something. The other thing, I don't know if you would be even open to it, but like sometimes looking at salvage title vehicles, that's something. My daughter, her first car was like a little Ford Escape, I believe, and she had an accident. And after that, she just wanted a simple little car like a Honda Accord. And so I found her. Now she's a teenager, right? And so my intention was not to buy her a brand new car because when I was a teenager, I did not get a brand new car. And so, anyway, I found this great little Honda Accord and it had a salvage title. And the only reason it had a salvage title was because it was older and it had an accident. And it was just the front quarter panel had damage. Nothing else, no engine, no nothing. And they had fixed that corner panel and it looked beautiful. It was in excellent condition. It was it was in better condition than any of the other ones that I looked at. And it had decent miles on it. And I forget what I might have paid like $2,400 for it. And it lasted her through high school. Then she got a new car. You know, once she started working, she got a new car. And then we ended up giving it to a friend of ours, had foster kids. And one of his foster daughters had a job and she needed a little car. So we sold her that car for like $400. She was looking for a car and asked about that. And they asked how much the car cost. And I asked my husband, I said, well, how much does she have? And because they said she could put some money down, but she would be willing to make payments. And I said, well, how much does she have? And she had $400. And I said, the car's for sale for $400. And so that worked out. But I know it doesn't. Everything I've looked at around here that I found is between 2 and 3K. And that's unfortunately, and I know that so sucks, Brian, because if you want something to run, right? if you want something that runs, it's that's going to be probably the price to for something running. Although, I don't know if you can or if you would have. I've driven like 2 hours to pick up a car that I like. There was a time, I don't know if you guys remember. I don't know, probably you guys overseas won't remember, but uh the Chevy Blazer years back, uh in the late 90s, early 2000s, and I loved that car, and I had three three different ones, and so yeah, I went searching for that. I would take my 2 years to save. It would take me 2 years to save that much money. Then let's do a GoFundMe. Let's do a GoFundMe. Let's do a GoFundMe, and I would love for you. I think that would be a great idea. And that's what I'm saying. Like, even if you didn't reach your goal, which I'm not sure you wouldn't, to be honest with you, but I'm just saying, if you didn't reach your goal, then it still gives you're closer, right? I think it's not a bad idea. And now there's different things. There's like GoFundMe, Fundly. I think Fundly maybe doesn't take as much as GoFundMe. I'm not sure, but I know that there's different ones now that you can kind of look at. Let's see. I'm working on something, just having a hard time with the write up. Oh, more books. Well, I've got your one book right there, Poet. Your first little book I have right there on my wall. And I have Liz Gale's book right here. And I have the other books in my closet. Just because and I was so proud of Brian. That's the thing. Like, when Brian put together his book over here, I was so proud of him and so appreciative. And I don't know. I just have so much gratitude. You guys know I get a little gross with the gratitude sometimes, but it's like I've watched him and I've seen him. You guys, we've been around together for like 3 years now, passing each other every day, right? And so it was really I really felt like this is somebody that I kind of considered a friend, and that I watched him put this together, and he was excited. And I know he has a Scientology book. I have not bought that one. Um, but it was just cool to kind of watch everything come together, and then boom, here's this little book. So yeah. The narrative for the campaign, I'm using Give, Send, Go. That's the one Keela recommended. Yeah. See? Give, Send, Go. There you go. Yes, good. I'm glad you're working on something, and don't yeah, it seems like forever. When we can't drive and can't just go, it's like taking your freedom, for me. That's been a big thing. I used to be somebody and gas didn't used to cost what it costs now. But when I was young and I was first driving, I would get in my car and I would go wherever. You guys know I live in Ohio. So, and I live in Columbus, which is in the middle. Excuse me. So I'd get in my car and I'd go to Cincinnati for a few days. I'd go to Cleveland for a few days. I'd go to Pennsylvania, Indiana. It doesn't take long. It takes 4 hours to get out of Ohio in any direction. And being in the middle, it doesn't really take that long. So yeah, I used to just trot around and but now when you don't have a car, it does feel a little it feels a lot debilitating. And even you know what, one day my husband and I got in an argument, right? I was so pissed, and you're mad and you're like, fuck you, getting out of here. And so I just walked out the door, right? And this has been in the past 6 months, where I can't walk. I have my wonky foot and my wonky leg and arm, and I just walk out of my house and I live in the middle of BFE. Like, where are you going, Tiffany? I walked over to the little park and swang on the swing, cooled down. But it was really frustrating, right? Like, I want to get in my car and I want to peel out. Not really, but you know what I mean. Go for a drive, put the windows down, listen, turn the music up. You guys know. Let's see. Maya, you're such a sweetheart. Everyone knows you and you are always so kind. I bet a lot of creators would share your campaign. I would hope so, Maya. I really would. I'm also working on a new collection. Excellent. Excellent. I would love to just come hang out with you, Brian. Like, just smoke weed, pet Phil, just relax. You read some poetry. I'll paint something. I think it just sounds like a lovely vacation. Oh, you guys. Let's see. Your book has been in the shopping cart in my shopping cart in Amazon forever, but the shipping and taxes are insane, so I haven't been able to buy it yet. Maya, why don't you send me which one you want? Oh, he'll send you the PDFs. But yeah, let me know which one you want. I'll send you the book, babe. Or if you want a couple of them, I'll send you the books. The actual books. Yeah. Yeah, I'll send Maya the books. Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, we can do that. So thank you guys for listening to me and Brian. Keep us posted. Let's get you some wheels, dude. Let's get you some wheels. And it's part of it really truthfully is part of feeling human and feeling independent. And I think sometimes like when Brian came in and it's like it's life. And that is a there are certain things that really make you feel like you're being successful and um I know that having a car and driving and being able to take yourself places is one of them. I just recently, at 50 years old, guys, got my temps again to learn how to drive. I've driven one time, and I was really nervous. My husband was like, "You were much more apprehensive than I thought you would be," and I'm like, "Well, I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous." Excuse me, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging with me for a little bit and talking and letting me get some things off of my chest and sharing my hurt feelings and sharing, the rough road. And I appreciate you guys being here with me. I know a lot of you guys reach out to me and see how I'm doing. And that means a lot to me. And it does help me keep going. So, we'll have a little poof of the good stuff. And I will see you guys around, and hopefully we will do a little hangout with Dor here shortly. So, what'd you say, honey? It's not the same. I really want the book. Yeah, we'll get it for you. And sorry you have a hard time, Tiff. You know I'm here for you anytime. I know you are, babe. I know you are. I know you are. Thank you so much. And to you guys too. You know what I'm saying is not I'm not the only person, right, that has lost friendships that really hurt, um, that are going through difficult times and have to do that alone. And and that's okay, right? That just makes us stronger. So thanks to you guys. Brian, I will be looking for your what did you say it was gonna you were gonna use? I'll never find it. Give, send, go. Okay. So we will look for Brian's give, send, go, and I will most certainly contribute because I know what it's like and you need some whales. All right, guys. Thank you, Maya. And yeah, Brian, I'm here anytime. You guys can email me, hit me in my DMs on my Facebook messengers, Tiffany Marie. Um, so you can always find me there. All right, you guys have a great day. Have a good week. And hopefully, I'll see you in the chats because that's what I'm doing for the rest of the day. It's probably painting, listening, and relaxing and being in the chats. All right, guys, I love you so much. Take care. Good to see you. Thanks so much for being here.